Good morning. Appreciate you guys being here. First day of spring ball, and very productive day. Very productive first day. And again, whenever we head into spring ball, we always want to really preach, and we want to accomplish advancements in culture. Every year is a different year, and nowadays in college football, it's almost like every year it's a one-year team because there's so much turnover. But we practice with energy and with purpose, even though we're not in pads, with some physicality. But during this time, we always stress technique, fundamentals, culture, and we always coach effort, toughness, and discipline, communication, you name it, we were on it, and staying up off the ground. So, but maybe the most important and the hardest thing we pushed today was teaching our team how to work. You know, we work to a certain standard here at Miami, and the pace of practice shows that, exemplifies that. And there were some spots today where maybe we bogged down a bit, not much, and it was good to see our guys push through and get ourselves, again, a productive first day. So that being said, questions?
What sort of impressions has Carson Beck made on his teammates and on his coaches since he arrived?
Well, as positive as you can, you know, with, who asked the question? Oh, there you are, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
As positive as you can have without actually having any kind of participation in live drills. So things happen so fast, and that one certainly happened a little bit faster and with less familiarity than the previous year. And so all that stuff, I would say relationships and leadership, they do take time, but everything from initially has been super positive. It's been, we're really excited to see him healthy and working with our guys at full speed.
You really attack corner in the portal, really upgraded there. Would you mind giving us like a quick line on each of the guys, obviously with O'Connor and with Brantley and with Xavier Lucas and with Carnley?
Well, I mean, we last year, you know, we thought we could make it through the season, and we didn't. We became unhealthy in a hurry, and then things, you know, certainly didn't work out on that side of the ball. So, Ethan O'Connor, special athlete, long, explosive, has got a tremendous future. Great man-to-man ability, willing tackler, sticks his face in there, competitive, loves to have fun during practice. I mean, he's like all these guys. You're probably going to hear the same traits about all of them. Same thing with Carnley. You know, he's another physical, long corner. These guys are all over 6 foot. They're between 6 and 6'3", and they're all long. They're explosive. They could run. Xavier Lucas, same thing. You all know him from his track days down here, running, I believe, 10.4, 10.5. He's a bigger one. He's more in the 195, 200-pound range. Charles Brantley, who played a lot of corner, also doubles as a nickel. But we're playing everybody at corner and at nickel. We were taking some reps over on the back end at safety as well to give our guys, again, some more reps. And just about everywhere we can. Zach Poyser, special guy. You know, really physical, explosive, can track the ball really well, diagnose plays, smart, great communicator. They all have similar traits. I'm sure they want to get in pads and light it up and go full speed. Haven't done that yet. But in drills, in the off-season program, and today in practice, they looked the part. We're excited about them. We're excited about the young guys as well. I mean, you know, guys like Jabari Antoine, he's on the mend, but he's an exceptional player. We expect to be a great one. CJ Ewald has been outstanding. A guy that we feel is going to be an impact guy for us. Amari Wallace, who had an injury last year during his time, you know, in high school, has come out right away and has made plays instantly. Very smart, comes from a great high school like all these guys do. Same thing with Ewald. And the only one that's not here right now is Bryce Fitzgerald, which we expect him to join us at the end of May, early June.
Speaking of Amari Wallace, just a little numerology corner. He's wearing 26. It's obviously a special number. Just I know you said you only have so much influence on the numbers, but just how did the conversation come about? Did anything come up with that?
Well, I think anyone that brings up that number knows what comes with that. We're not in a position of luxury where we can not use all our numbers. It is what it is, and it's a number that I think everybody wants to wear. He's playing the position. I think he understands clearly the standard that must be upheld, and the honor that comes with it.
Mario, you had a lot of turnover, obviously, at receiver, guys that have gone pro. Just curious about the freshmen that just got here and make an impact.
I mean, they stood out right away in a positive manner. I mean, if you go outside and you look at both Dalen and at Josh Moore, those guys can flat out go. They can create separation. They do a good job with the contested ball. Great balance and body control. Great contact balance. Those guys that they get hit at the line of scrimmage. They get pressed, and they come out of it. As well as when they catch a ball and they get crowded and they get corralled, they find a way to come out of it and put a hand in the ground, put an extra step in the ground, and just keep their feet moving and get forward. So excited about them. Obviously, inside with, they keep calling him Baby Jesus, You guys know who I'm talking about, right? He's been outstanding. Just saw his parents outside there, and it's good to, it's awesome to have that many parents. I don't know if you guys caught that. One of the many benefits of being a great player locally and playing at the University of Miami. Recruiting plug here, right? You get to see your sons excel and develop as they prepare themselves to go win championships and for the next level. But Malachi, he's been outstanding. Those guys, again, look at the programs we're talking about: Chaminade, American Heritage, St. Thomas, Central, Columbus. I mean, these are all, I could go on and on, If I miss a school, I'll get a call later today, so you guys got to handle that for me. But these guys have played at a really high level, and them being here in January is a tremendous, I would say, advantage for them, and they're showing it.
Mark kind of mentioned it when I asked him a minute ago, but obviously the season didn't end the way you guys wanted to in the last couple of games. So how much do the guys who are back from last week's team, how much do they carry that chip about wanting to finish stronger than last year?
I think you'll always carry that. I think anything, you always remember the more difficult moments than you do the positive ones. And if you're any kind of competitor, you carry that with you and you use it to work.
Is the jersey number 1, can that still be earned between now and the season?
That's a great question. I can't be right in giving out jerseys, so I assign a staff member to do so. It's the worst job in America, to deal with everybody that wants the same jersey number. So I've relieved myself of those duties, and I have a coach do that, and he just kind of comes by at the end and briefs me on it. So I'll set up a press conference for him so he can handle all these crazy questions.
Let's do a couple more questions. The new coach.
That's a good cop back comp, Mark.
What's that?
Good cop back comp.
Well, I mean, with all the stuff that you have to do, if I have to sit there and try to figure that out, that's like it's Chinese math. I mean, it's really, really difficult. And again, everybody wants the same numbers, but the guys have done a good job, and they know that we're of the mindset of working and earning and making that number mean something, as opposed to it being a pageant, right? Or it just looks good because it's a number. So all in all, they've been really good with it, but we like to bust their chops about it a little bit.
With the new coaches, between Heatherman, the 3 new assistants on defense, just how have you seen them acclimating, getting to know the guys, and just that process of trying to streamline that as much as possible before practice starts?
I'm really fired up about those guys, and I'll tell you why. I mean, I was a GA when I picked up Greg Schiano in 1998, I believe, or 99. When he was a Nichols coach in Chicago, and the need for revamping the defense and playing to the strengths of your personnel. And what Coach Heatherman does, besides being a great teacher, a great human being, he galvanizes people, and he understands very quickly how to assess and then play to the strengths of your team. He's also by nature a front 7 guy with a lot of back end knowledge, and in both Will Harris and in Zach Etheridge, as well as the addition of Damian Lewis, you've got some really just high level, high energy, elite teachers that are very intense, and they're very intentional. They approach practice with a purpose, and you could see it in our drill work and the way we chase the ball. I mean, so much of defense is playing really hard and chasing the ball, so it's great to see these guys line up, communicate with, tremendous intensity with just a lot of volume, which was, again, a big issue from last year. So, again, just really excited about those guys. I'm looking forward to you guys taking a peek at them when we get to have some more extensive time out there.
Coach, last question. Coach, how, with so much talent coming in on this high school recruiting class, this 25 class, how important is it to you to be able to get guys, Mally, Josh, Gerard, SJ, some play time early?
Well, playing time is earned. It's important that players earn playing time. It's important that in a press conference like this that you scream into the world, it's important that people earn playing time, that their talent levels don't automatically earn them playing time. That's sacrilegious as it relates to the University of Miami. So no offense to you. I know you're not asking that in any kind of manner, but the reason I'm saying that is look, our team needs to continue to learn and work to the standard of the University of Miami. And we have our first, to put in perspective, our first full class, our first full cycle of class, they are now true juniors, right? Mark Fletcher is a true junior. Francis Mainoa is a true junior. Ruben Bain is a true junior. Damari Brown, right? in most programs, I've known some of you for a long, long time, they'd be redshirt sophomores, right? So now this program is really starting to build itself from the bottom up with high school football players. And then we're filling in the gaps with the portal as to what we need and whatnot. And we've been lucky where some of the portal takes that we've had, they have multiple years on them. That always helps out as well. That's almost the equivalent of taking a high school player, you know. But without a doubt, I think those guys are talented. The best part about what they've shown so far is they've come in, they've stayed late at night. I've seen the wide receivers on more than a dozen occasions at 5:45, 5:30 in the morning, catching jugs out there. I've seen Scroggins, I've seen Hayden Lowe, I've seen Dante Simpson, I've seen Micah Newton late in those meeting rooms, just taking in all kinds of extra meeting time and knowledge. I've seen the same with the offensive linemen and SJ and Max Buchanan and Jaden and Demetrius. So, you know, Gerard Pringle. I mean, it's a really talented class, and they are joining a really talented sophomore class. So I think the level of competition that they're going to be seeing is going to naturally help them, and we're looking forward to pushing them really hard.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay.